this is the story about my adoption.
Back at the orphanage, February 3rd.
So I was born on November 14th, 1997 in this really small village in Russia. The biggest town near it was Kudymka. So I was raised into a really poor family, and my parents couldn't really provide for us. I had 3 brothers and a sister. The sister was adopted by my aunt when we were younger, so she went away. The aunt didn't really want any of the boys, she just wanted a girl, so they took her. So us 4 boys were just left at the house. So my dad would steal food for us and do whatever he can to feed us. And one day he got arrested and got taken away. I remember that day really vividly. He ran into the house. My mom, it was almost like a movie. My mom took up a carpet and he went under the house and he just hid under there. My mom put the carpet back over, and when the police came in, they found it and took him out and arrested him and everything. I was maybe 4 or 5 during that time. And then one day I just remember being at the house with my brothers, and I look out the window and this cop car rolls up, and there was a cop and child services agent in there, and they just come up to the house, and I run and I hide underneath the bed in the house, and they take out my 2 brothers, and my mom's crying and freaking out, and they find me under the bed and they take me out, and they take me out into the car. My mom's still crying, I'm crying. They take us to, I guess it was probably booking, to get into the system for orphans and stuff like that. But after that, I don't really remember much until I got into the orphanage. So I don't really remember where this orphanage was. I was really young. I just remember bits and pieces of everything that was going on during that time. So I was in this orphanage for 2 years I believe. So when I first got there, they put me into a room. It was a solitary confinement room because I couldn't be around any of the other kids, because if I had a disease, I could pass it on to one of them, and then they could pass it on, and all of us would get sick. So they kept me in this room, and it actually faced out towards a playground. I got to see all the kids play every day, and it sucked because I wasn't out there playing with them or anything like that. I was stuck in my room, locked up in there, couldn't do anything but just sit by myself. So I would find myself occasionally trying to find attention, so I'd put my back against the wall and slam my foot against the door trying to get attention, and someone would come in and they'd talk to me and whatnot. And then after a while I got put into the orphanage, or into the regular housing area. What it was there was a big living space, where we had a kitchen and tables and stuff for where we ate. There was some toys and stuff where we played, and then a bathroom, and then the bedroom. And the bedroom had lines of beds, and this one's actually my bed right there. So I slept there for 2 years or something like that, however long I was there, I don't really remember. And then this one day they pulled me and this one kid aside and brought us to this room with all these adults, and there's a guy in there with a video recorder, and they were recording us and asking us all these questions and making us play with these toys and draw and water a plant and stuff like that, and they recorded us. And then I didn't know at the time, but that videotape was sent to my now parents. And that videotape was just to show them, before they came, flew all the way from the United States to Russia to visit me, just to see how I am and if they would like to adopt me or anything like that. So they were shipped that video, and apparently they liked me, because a couple months later they showed up and they brought my brother Eric, and they visited me and they played with me, and just got to see where I lived and how I was and everything like that. And they had translators who talked to me, and the translators would relay what I was saying to them, and what they were saying to me, and all that kind of stuff. And at that time I was 5, almost 6, something like that. But then they left, and they left with me a little photo album. The photo album had pictures of the family and my grandparents on both sides and the family on both sides and everything like that. And that book was supposed to keep my spirits up while they were gone for a couple months, getting all the paperwork done and everything like that. So I held on to that book for a couple more months, and then they came back again for a second visit. And that second visit, they visited me again and played with me, but that second visit I left the orphanage. So when I left the orphanage, I went to Perm, and this is another big city where the translators lived. And we went there. We actually celebrated my mom's 40th birthday.
Mary's 40th birthday. Eric, Denise.
And then after that we visited Moscow and saw the St. Basil's Cathedral and saw the Kremlin, and so just saw the city and everything like that. And after that, I came to the United States. When I got here, it was funny because I came to my house. This house right here, this is the house I came to. It was nighttime. It was like 12 or 1 o'clock at night. And we come in and my mom and dad and my brother, they're all tired. They want to go to bed and everything like that. And I run into this room right here that I'm sitting in. It used to be a playroom. We used to have all these toys and everything in here. And I come in here and I remember one Christmas in Russia, I got an RC car, like a truck. And I would play with that, and one day it disappeared. I think it broke or something, I don't know. But I saw one here and I picked it up and I brought it out there into the living room and I started playing with it. And my dad was like, oh, it's really late. And like at this point I couldn't understand anything. I just didn't know what was going on. And then they took the car away and put it back in here and put me in the room like to go to bed. And then after that, pretty much that started my life, like my new life. I was an American citizen after that. I was no longer a poor kid in Russia trying to survive like off parents who couldn't even afford or were able to take care of me or anything like that. I wasn't living in an orphanage anymore. I couldn't really imagine what my life would be if this didn't happen. Like I could be dead or I could be on the streets doing something just to get by, and now I'm here and I'm in college and I've met all these new people. I have a great girlfriend, I have great parents, I have a great brother, I have great friends, and I couldn't have had any of that without my parents like taking their money and their time, and they're like showing so much love for me that they went out of the country to pick me up from another country and bring me here, and I couldn't be more thankful, and it's amazing. So that is my story. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do have similar stories to mine, leave a comment below or send me a message on any of my social medias. I'd love to hear them. I hope you guys really liked it. Leave a thumbs up, comment below, share, subscribe, all those good things, and I will catch you guys later.
Hello, my name is Daniel Sparky.
Let's do some of that swimming, Dad.